The time has come for the Cobra to rise up and reveal himself.
Welcome back, my quiver of capitalists, to AP Economics, presented by Cobranomics. I am your all-American history teacher, gold standard of economics, big bad business daddy, and sensei of supply and demand. And today we have another financial fitness video for you. And we are going to talk about safe stocks again, getting that comfortability, building that confidence in investing. And after talking about the law of demand, we are going to talk about inelastic stocks. Stocks that follow the inelastic sub-law of demand, because not all consumer products, not all products are equal when it comes to the relationship between ability and willingness to purchase a product based on its price. Now, typically, the lower the price, the higher the quantity demanded, and the lower the price, the higher the quantity demanded, and the higher the price, the lower the quantity demanded. But there are some businesses and some products that are inelastic. That means that even though the price is increasing, the quantity demanded and therefore the revenue is not changing as much. In fact, it changes at a ratio of less than 1, and sometimes the total revenue could even increase. Although with inflation, the unit of account measurement could be off. Are they actually selling more products, or is the price going up? But nonetheless, during these time periods, which we'll discuss later, these products tend to withstand the booms and busts of an economy. So, an inelastic product is a product that tends to be, so again, these are products that, even though the price is increasing, we do not see the typical decrease in quantity demand, and therefore the typical decrease in total revenue. In fact, total revenue might increase, and quantity demanded would change at a ratio of less than 1%. So, what makes a product inelastic? Well, first, it has to meet a majority of these 4 qualities. 1, it is a necessity. 2, there is little cross-price elasticity. That means within the industry, there are little to no substitutes. And there is little time elasticity. The purchase must be made immediately. It cannot be forestalled. You have to make this purchase. You cannot push the purchase off to do comparison shopping for prices. And there is little income elasticity. So that means it does not take up a large portion of the income, which would also contribute to time elasticity. Now, the result of this is why we are once again in my kitchen, because in the kitchen, utilities are a great place to start for inelastic qualities and inelastic products. And first, let's check on the dough. Look how nicely that dough rose. We're starting our oven. The oven which is attached to the gas company. In particular, my gas company is National Grid. National Grid can, due to inflation or due to increased input costs, unfortunately, pass the cost down to consumers. It can survive inflationary periods and also increases to input costs. So when you have unfortunately supply chain issues and other supply chain issues, or increase in wages, which is a good thing, right, for the consumer. But this is a company that can eat that cost and, doesn't sound nice, but technically, because it meets these qualities, passes that cost down to the consumer. Unfortunately, I have to pay more, but at the same time, we're dealing in political and economic reality. So I realize that this is a good stock to own. Again, this is not financial advice, because we're on YouTube, so this is not financial advice. I'm just telling you my general economic observations. And it can survive periods of busts. Because of these qualities, people have to always pay people always have to pay their gas bill, their heating bill. That's the company. So utility companies, and so even though we were talking about periods of inflation and increase in input costs, like these are technically not periods of busts, they certainly lead to periods of busts, but with the bust as well, because these are inelastic qualities, these products become necessities, and because of their qualities, these are businesses that survive the inflationary periods, that can handle inflation, that don't drive customers away, and they're also companies that survive periods of busts. And lastly, this makes them stable. They're not going to give you crazy asset doubling numbers like National Grid has been around the last $10 here or there over the past several years. It's not going to crazy increase as an asset, but it will reliably be a good dividend. For instance, National Grid's dividend is over 5% at about $3 and something per share. So you just sit back, cook that dough, and sit back, and while that dough is rising, collect your dividends. Now, once again, I have shown you the value of information and how to find it. This was not financial advice, just that information is the most valuable commodity I know of. So, go take a look in your kitchen at your utility bills. Think of anything else, any product that could fit that could fit 3 or 4 of these qualities, and you will see that these are products. Are they the most exciting stocks? No. But are they reliable through good and bad periods? Yes. So go, check it out. And remember, whether it's your mind, your money, or your body, invest hard, invest often, and no feelings. And remember, money never sleeps.